Hello friends, in this video I'm going to show you the new features we have on Laravel 10, and if you go to the Laravel documentation on the release notes, here first we have the support policy. So Laravel 10 we have here, and the Laravel 10 is going to support the PHP 8.1 and 8.2, so no longer the 8.0. And we have here bug fixes until the 6th August 2024 and security fixes until 4th February 2025. Laravel 10 require a minimum PHP version of 8.1, and here we have argument and return types. So first feature, we have a controller here, and here we have a method and a return type, a response, as you can see. Okay, so I have a Laravel 9 here, and here we have a controller, and as you can see, this is the method index. So we have return illuminate HTTP response in here. Instead, on Laravel 10 we say type response. Okay, now let's create a new Laravel project and show you the Laravel Pennant, which is a new first party package created by a Tim McDonald. And here we have an example feature define, give it a name of the feature, and here we have return lottery odds. And we need to install this package, so let's open this on a new tab here. And to create, first let's create the project, the Laravel project. And to create a project, if you want to have also breeze, you can add a flag, and also for the pest. So let's say Laravel new, give it a name, then dash breeze to install the breeze, and dash pest to have pest for testing. Hit enter. Let's select the 0 for blade, and let's say yes for the dark mode. Okay, so let's sit in the Laravel 10, and now let's copy this command and let's zoom it. Yeah, this one, and let's paste on Laravel 10. And we need to run the PHP artisan migrate also, so let's copy that and let's open this with PHP store. I have created a Laravel 10 database, so just to see if we have the same name. Open the .env file, and yeah, so let's run the artisan migrate, and I'm going to say migrate fresh just because we have that command there. Then I'm going to install also the debug bar. So let's copy this command and paste it here, because I want to show you the queries. And if I open the table, as you can see, we have a features table with ID, name, scope, value, and create data and updated that. So let's close now the debug bar. And let's see an example for the Laravel Pennant. So on the app service provider, let's define a new feature, give it a name, and call back here. Let's copy this and let's open the PHP store. So open the app service provider, and on the boot method, paste that in. Let's import the feature class, import the user model, and let's import also this lottery. And now here we have an example for define, give it a name, which is new API, but I'm going to change this as a new design. And here we have a user, and if the user is internal team member, but we don't have that also is high traffic customer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open the seeder, database seeder, and create some fake users. So uncomment this. So we have factory 10, and I'm going to create a new test user. And let's say give it a email test at Laravel 10.test, like this. And let's go and run again the artisan migrate fresh seed. And now we have some users, and here we have the test at Laravel 10.test. Okay, well, now what I'm going to do with that user, I'm going to open the user model, and here let's create a new method. Let's close this. So down there I'm going to say public function, and let's say can access the new design, and this is going to return boolean. And here let's say design, like this. And now based on the email we added, I'm going to say return str ends with, and say $sign this email if that email ends with Laravel 10.test is going to return true. Okay, now let's close this, and here instead of its internal team member, I'm going to say can access new design. Good. With that, now if I open the browser, on the blade we can say if feature active, or we can use the blade directives and say feature, give it the name of the feature, and paste what you want inside. In our case, so let's open the Laravel 10. And yeah, here we don't have any queries. As you can see, if I refresh, nothing happened. Good. What I'm going to do, I'm going to hide or show this based on the new feature, so this card. And for that, let's go on the welcome page. So let's open the welcome page, and let's see now when we have that grid. Okay, and I set for this one Laravel. So let's scroll down. Here we have a grid, and this is the Laravel. Now I'm going to say here call the feature blade directive, new one, and let's say what name we added, new design. Okay, so let's open again the app service provider. So here we say feature defined, new design, and based on this name now I added here. As you can see, the same we have on the documentation. So first we define here and give it the name, and then on the blade we say feature and that name. And inside I'm going to paste that card. And now let's end the feature. So let's say end feature. Okay. Now this is going to return true only if the user can access new design. Okay, which is going to return true only if this email ends with Laravel 10.test. And let's see on action. Come here. As you can see, we have queries 0, and let's see if I refresh, we have 2 queries. now, because it's going to select all from features where name is new design and scope Laravel null, and then here we have insert into features. Okay, now if I open the features here, as you can see, we have a new record, which is here insert into features, name, scope, values, and values, new design, Laravel null, and false. Good. Now let's go and log in with this user, which is going to return true. So let's come here, copy, and let's go and log in. Paste that email, and let me just zoom it for you. Add the password, and let's say login. Okay. I'm going to go back to the home page, and now we have 3 queries. First is going to select all from users, and as you can see, now we have the Laracast here. We have the Laracast because we logged in with this user. Okay. And we have 3 queries. One select from users, then select all from features, where name is this new one, and scope is app model user and the ID of the user, which is 11. And now we have here insert into features. If I refresh, so here we have 3. If I refresh again, we have 2 queries. So this is not going to make a query for that now, because it's going to store. If I go to the features again, as you can see, it's going to store that feature on this database, and it's going to query from there. So now we have always 2 features for that user. If I change the user, if we go to the database and to the dashboard and log out, and as you can see, we don't have now the Laracast, and let's log in with a different user. Let's go here on the users table, and let's take this one, for example. Copy that, paste it here, and add the password. Let's say login. Okay. Go to the home page. We don't see the Laracast here, and also you can see now, again, we have 3 queries because we have a new user. And if I refresh, as you can see, we have now 2, because it's going to, for the first time, it's going to have 3 queries, then it's going to store that feature on the features table, as you can see here, and it's going to query from here. Good. Now this is for the Laravel. Pennant, let's see the process interaction. Here we have an example, and let's copy this here, and let's navigate, close this web routes here, and clean that. In here now, I'm going to import the process class from illuminate support facade process and return results output. So let's see that. Come here and refresh, and let's close now. Don't need that. Yeah, we have the output. We have here the robots.txt, the index.php, because it's going to show us all the files inside the, let's open the public directory. So the robots.txt, index.php, favicon, and staccess. And let me just do something else. Let's say not return, but I'm going to say dump that result, and let's come here and refresh, Yeah, now we can see here. htaccess build 5 icon index PHP and robots txt. Okay, let's see another process. We have something like this. Also process fake and the assert run lsla. Also here we can see more on the documentation. We have results successful, so it's going to run the shell commands. And for example, if I want to, let's say something like this, add the path and run the lsla. So come copy that, or just copy as it is, and come here, comment the first one and add that here. Now we have the API, out PHP, channels, console, and web PHP, because it's going to, this dir is inside the routes. So we have web, console, channels, out, and API PHP. And let's say I want to run the, for example, artisan, PHP artisan, let's say, not artisan, but PHP artisan about. If I want to run the PHP artisan, it's not going to run because we are inside the routes directory here. And let's see, just to show you, refresh, yeah, will not open the file artisan. Now we can change that directory to say, for example, the base path. Inside the base path, now we are going to run the PHP artisan about, and if I refresh, as you can see, we have the environment, application name Laravel, Laravel version is 10.0, PHP version 8.2, and so on. Okay, so you can see more on the documentation for process, timeout, forever, and so on. Error output, so if we have error, and we saw earlier the successful, failed, exit code, output, and error output. So if we have error on output, we is going to return that error, or successful is going to return true or false. Let's go back to the Laravel releases, and we have this test profile here. So when we run test, we can add the flag profile, and it's going to show us the time is going to take to run that test. So here we have, and also it's going to have a different color if it taken some time. So in this case, these 3 seconds and 5 seconds have a red color. And as I said, you can add the flag test and also the breeze when we create a new Laravel application. Yeah, when we make a controller or anything on the CLI. So let's copy this and just show you. Open the terminal and paste that in without the name, and hit enter. Is going to prompt us what should the controller be named, and let's say test controller, for example. Hit enter, and then it's going to prompt us for the type, what type you would like, empty, API, invocable, resource, or singleton. And let's say invocable, which is the two. Okay, paste two, hit enter, and let's see. So on the app HTTP controllers, we have the test controllers, which is invocable and has a request, dynamic request, and type return type response. Okay, that's it about the Laravel 10 new features. Okay, friends, I hope you enjoy, and see you in the other tutorials. If you like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video. All the best.